Ho 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 ho. Alright. We are the live. Hey Quentin. How's it going, man? Sofa Strangler. Sofa Strangler. Hey, Buff Nelson has joined the fray. Fantastic. Fantastic. What a superstar. Good morning, Atsuki and Alms. You fantastic people, you. Eternal Lady. How's it going? Fantastic people, you. Zalid. The fastest wrangler in town. Yeah. So today topics. We're going back to classic. Give me some topics. And we'll get to it.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
Hey, dear
You
bird.
win.
Cheers.
All right, what do I win?
Cheers for the
Another
host,
beer.
man.
Oh, I'm going for the high score.
So, we got Monster Over the Hill. Topic number 1. Dear bird raid. Yeah, with 1 beer. So, give me some topics, peoples. So, let's see. Dice is on number 2. Let's go and change the random generator to number 2. Boom. It's working. Rot consumes. That's pretty cool. Cheers for the raid, dear Bard. You know, there's a new command. You type /raid, I think. Not sure. Hey, Nereda. How's it going? Glad to see you here again. So we have Rot Consumes and Monster Over the Hill. Give me some more topics, please. Give me topics. Oh, snow in Poland. That's nice. We had snow for a while here, and then it got warm again and it disappeared. Hairy crustacean spider. Man thing, dude. Fantastic topic. Wasp Hatter. Dark Avenger from Cold Land. All right, we got some topics. Let's roll the dice. And number 3. And number 3 is... Hairy crustacean spider, maybe man thing, dude. Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. Hairy crustacean spider, maybe man thing, dude. I think that is the longest topic ever. It's just that Mila, all praise Lord Mila, the Queen has arrived. Yeah. This will be an interesting topic to draw. All right. Let's get it started. So, timer's on. Hairy crustacean, man thing, maybe dude, or what was it? Hairy crustacean, spider, maybe man thing, dude. Hairy crustacean, maybe spider, man thing, dude. All right. I kind of have a cool idea. What I would like to start with first, like the overall gesture representation, right? So as I saw it, it was kind of like a really big back with hair on the fringe, like these more stationary crustaceans. And spider was like the really, really long arms forward. And as it's a dude, it's a dude, right? It's a guy, and with normal legs sitting. That's kind of the plan, right? That's what I saw. Oh yeah, the topic is by Sofa Strangler that I need to add, but actually there's no room for it. But I should add it though, so it goes down in history by Sofa Strangler. It's just gonna overlap the counter, but that's all good. I think this is the most hilarious topic ever. Hairy crustacean spider maybe man thing, dude. Free perfect. All right, so let's slightly change the battle plan. So we set that to lighter color. Let's do underneath. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's try put a color block in that I will try to kind of incorporate as I'm going along. So we'll see how that actually will pan out. I'm not sure yet. It's a good start, right? I don't really know what's going to happen yet. We'll see. So the hair, I was thinking, could be very, very long and hanging like that. So he's kind of sitting on an edge. Hey, Miasis, I'm good, man. How are you? Captain Jetlag, Mr. Rockstar Captain of the Air. Okay, so let's lower that and let's go back to painting with light, but I don't want to paint with white. I should paint with a color. Let's use cool blue and let's tint the background as well. Cool blue, let's make it like weird green. Okay. Okay, let's see where this goes. Okay, so now I want to try to go back to that painting technique of just painting light. One of the reasons why I wanted to experiment today with this technique was, you know, when on last Friday when I painted or gave it one of those sci-fi characters a second pass, I really enjoyed the look of it. So I was thinking, you know, how can I speed up that process to get it a little bit more interesting at a faster pace? So one of my thinking was, what if I introduce color earlier on so that I don't need to do it as much after, so that I can still get a better result as I'm painting? Captain Jetlag, bloat. All I think about with when I hear the word bloat is a dead body. That's acting really weird. Oh yeah, it's because of the lighter color. Yeah. How are you, by the way, Miasis? You were ill. And how's your kid? Even more importantly. And I think what I gotta do is also try to introduce, when we look at the checklist that we created over the last 2 weeks, when it comes to presentation, this change of painting only light goes towards presentation. It's a very interesting thing, and you know, like I know Quentin and Henry, they were studying a lot of like painterly things on their warm-ups recently. Or Quentin and what was his name? He joined. What does it go by? Buff Nelson. There we go. They were all going. Those two were going for like Rian and so on, like studies. You know, how do they get them so juicy brushworks and all these things, and also Jay Park. That's great, Mrs. Good to hear. Yeah, so one thing with all these studies, these traditional studies, I always know, because I've done them myself, is that they always introduce early on like a lot of saturation that they then later they use as a base to get, you know, like more vivid colors. So what I'm going to do is fake that. I'm going to do multiple things at once, trying to play with the process here. I don't think I'm doing a very good job with it, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I need to remember to add the overlay thing as well to get a little bit more texture work in there. So what I've been doing differently painting light is, obviously I'm painting both directions. I'm painting shadows and light at the moment, and it's kind of slowing everything down, which I don't think necessarily it's a good thing in this instance. It's all about timing, right? So I think I might have introduced shadows or the darker values too early. Maybe I should have just made a color layer so that I understood the limitations of the sections rather than a value change. Not sure really. It feels like it's a little bit, it doesn't have that nice. Oh yeah, that's right. That's because I color burn with when I do the lights only second pass. I color burn in. Yeah, so in order to color burn, I need the gradients. So I need to keep working on with the light. My fear that now that I've added darker values, and when I color burn, it's gonna break the value range too much, because what works well with color burn when it's lights only, that light only painting technique, is that there is values to burn down. You know, it's not already dark parts; it's just lit parts, and it creates this interesting. So I don't know. We'll see. So as it's a spider as well, spider, hairy crustacean spider, maybe man thing dude, needs more spider elements. Yeah, I mean, obviously exercising, um, and obviously a cold. The depending on how well a body can fight a cold is how strong the body is when it comes to its immune system. And obviously, immune system is many different things. One of them being how much shit are you putting in the system so that the system is fighting the shit at the same time as the cold. I mean, obviously, a cold is a different thing. It's a virus, but it immune system correlates directly to how well it deals with a cold, right? So if it turns, a cough can turn into a chest infection based on how strong your immune system is. And one of them, like you guys say, is exercising. Very important to do, but also what you're eating. And one of them is maybe you're eating too much dairy. And stuff like that. How do you keep a healthy gut? They're just finding more and more proof that a lot of origins of diseases is from the gut. Like how well balanced is your gut flora, and that directly correlates to immune defense. Oh, Chillstrand. Oh, those those jokes, man. They are so bad they're good. You guys, you just keep on rolling with the bad jokes one after the other. It's perfect. What's good for, by the way, for colds? It's vitamin D, aka sunshine, but also because we are in a colder climate with less sun hours now in the winter. You can go to the pharmacy and buy, or actually, there's different kinds of vitamin D. There's good ones and bad ones. Um, do some research and get some really good ones, especially for your kids. And it's just a couple of drops in the mouth, like with those pipettes, and then because you can do blood test and see how much vitamin D they have in their blood, and most people will have low, and that's directly correlates to fighting infections in the body. Maybe not that interesting topic. I do love artists that have like super smooth, like not smooth, but their brush control is really really good. And again, Dearbard, I don't really know at top of my head what this is called. We are currently also looking into it. So whenever we get one, the correct one, um, I'll let you know. Cheers, Biazis. Today's topic is an interesting topic. Hairy crustacean spider, maybe man thing, dude. Perfect. Hilarious. Ohms, brush control. Yeah, definitely. But some people just have that. But the thing is, they focus so much on it, and it'll come. You know, obviously, if you try at the beginning, you will fail at it. But that's with anything. You know, there's always a learning curve. Um, I don't know really, Miyazis, if I like the look of those kind of smooth brushworks. I like the more textural stuff. You know, that's how I love painting, and that's how I paint traditionally as well. I don't try to make my paintings smooth with traditional media, and I don't like it in digital either. Oh yeah, I mean the lazy mouse when you do line work, sure, that's great. But I don't personally do that much line work that needs uh, super clean lines. You know, I get good enough lines with just normal brushing. So that's kind of what I live with. Live with. Hey, Emmy O'Lantern, your English seems really good. I use, I'll show you. I use a 24 or 27-inch Cintiq HD one. You know, with the one with all the buttons and stuff. Urjan yo yo. Yeah, such a rude phone, Chilson. It 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 notifies me when I'm streaming. Absolutely rude. Rude. How rude. So where are we? We're a little bit more than halfway with a lot of ranting and very little painting. So I think that looking back at the changes in approach I've done based on like painting the light aspect, I think I kind of I like the fact that I introduced colors earlier so that I could kind of figure out what to do with all the colors. I kind of liked it. I think it was a great addition to the process. It made me struggle a little bit more though, which is not ideal. Nice. I think the green and the blue light and the pink it's a bit too broad, so I want to find a setting that just kind of punches them together a bit. That kind of looks good. Soft warming. Oh, green. Oh yeah, we're going with green today. It was already quite green. That's all good. So let's duplicate that again actually and set it to saturation because that kind of looked quite nice. Switch that off. No. Yes. No. Ohms, yeah, definitely. And really cool work, by the way, Ohms, on the Riot or ArtStation challenge. Really nice. I have been really busy, so I haven't been able to go into Discord that much. It's going to be a bit stressful for me for a while, so I don't have any spare time. But I'm looking. I'm not commenting that much, so. But really cool, really good stuff. Chillstrand, awesome. I'm gonna definitely have a look at that. See how that goes. So let's see color burn. So before I put in color burn, my guess is it'll burn the dark parts too much. Actually, it worked quite nice. It didn't. I really love that color burn look, how it just punches a little bit extra. Oh, thanks, Miazis. Yeah, it's fun. I haven't done a lot of personal paintings in a while, and this one I've been slowly chipping away at. So I thought like, oh, should I push it more? Should I do this? Should I like make it all perfect and all these things? I just thought is never going to be finished, and when it's finished, in that case, I'm going to be so bored of it, and it's going to be so outdated. So I thought, just screw it. Let's just make it good enough and put it on internet. But I'm glad people like it. It's a nice painting. I like the character. I love painting characters like that. That's what makes me happy, you know. Some funky little guy. Yeah, the forest walker. Yeah. Let me open it. I'll show you guys. The finished. This guy. I've finished it, and that's as far as I'm gonna finish it. Thanks, Zalin. I'm glad you like it. Everybody loves the owls. My wife especially. She's like, oh, I just want to squish them, she says all the time. They're lovely little things. Okay, so let's overlay trick, put it on lower opacity. But this time, you know, I've chosen gray every time, so I don't want to interfere with the palette. But today I'm gonna do with saturation. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the grass cape. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's actually the only thing I really love about the painting is the grass cape. It was a fun idea. Let's increase the opacity a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it adds very subtle lines, but they're good. I need a better texture brush though for it. More like a Reiki, kinda. Oh, this one is also quite good. Classic chalk to some degree. Yeah, it adds nice textural changes. Let's try this one. Oh, this one was the best. All right, officially this is my overlay texture brush. Yeah, it does nice things. All right, cool. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to add some saturation at places, like over there. So I want to make the painting feel a little bit more dynamic. So, okay, we got the top one there. I should add some on the knee there, kinda, so we understand that has subsurface scattering a bit. So we understand it's kind of like flesh. Yeah, it works. Hey, Izu Rocks. Good morning. Or good evening, I don't know which part of the world you are, but welcome regardless. I think I need to add some more details in the face. It feels like that's the place where it's not really, because there's lots of contrast on the head. The eye goes there, but then it kind of just falls short. You know, it doesn't deliver anything when the eye stops at the head. Like the contrast, the little edge here, and the eye starts following it, and then it's like, okay, there's no head, and then the eyes just wanders off from the head. So I got to make sure that the head has some sort of interest. Let's give it bigger, like maybe it's like spiders have big bulgy eyes, right? Like full segmented eyes, like, yeah, their eyes are wet, aren't they? They're like always have this high specular. Is that right? Yeah, I see spider eyes being like pits of blackness with a high specular. That's how my mental image of a spider's eye is. Very dark, scary, pitch black eyes, but with specular in them. I wonder if I'm correct or not. Obviously, I'm not making them dark. Oh, you're from Poland. How do you say dzień dobry? Is that good day or good morning? I don't remember. Sofa straggler. Yeah, exactly. Let's do color burn, actually. Let's do color burn on those eyes. I want to maintain some of these textures that I've applied or painted up. But yeah, so again, if you guys haven't heard or forgotten and so on, fill over here is you can slide the effect of the layer setting, and opacity is binary reduction of opacity. You know, so it just reduces the visibility, versus fill reduces the effect. You see, if I decrease fill, you see how the effect differs on the eyes, right? And look at when I slide opacity, it just goes less and less visible, but the effect stays exactly the same. So knowing that, we can reduce the effect until we get a good enough effect, and then we can reduce opacity if you just want to have it fainter. So that's a good thing to remember when you're trying layer settings out and you're not really happy with how they act. You can either change the fill and then they will act differently, or the opacity, which just you will see less of it. But maybe you guys already know that. But I don't know. There's a lot of people who don't, because it's a little bit of a mystery what those two sliders does. Those highlights were wrong, by the way, because it's such a top light, it needs to be higher up. Oh, no, right. Okay, cool. So my butchering of Polish was correct. Dzień dobry is good morning. I think I think those eyes might be a bit too dark. The contrast might be a bit too high there. let's try to find a good in between. Let's reduce some of that blackness just so it doesn't jar completely. I think something like that is better though. Even though it looked nice, but I think that gotta be more like that. Let's put that to lighter color as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is how you pull off cute creepy rock band dude. This was a really weird topic. Cheers for that, Sofa Straggler. I'd say I have never drawn this before. Time's up as well. Hilarious. All right, so there's a part here that I absolutely hate. It's too much definition, and after that, I'm gonna call it a day. So I'm just gonna have to blend that out a bit so it falls into nothing, because it's not important to have that area pointed out in that much contrast. Like, look, ruins the presentation. All right. One last little curves try. I want to see if I can't push the color slightly. I'm not sure about the green being it being too green. Green. That made me think about my Fifth Element. Green. The radio guy says green, right? He says it a lot. All right, that's it. Yeah, the hands point away a little bit. It's because it's I mean, I think that curve is fine. But it's the fact that it just has
Hey,
so
who
much
wants to play drink the beer?
contrast.
Right here.
Hey,
You win.
FUK
All
and
right, what do I
Ricky.
win?
Another
Cheers for
beer.
the
Oh, I'm
host,
going
but
for the high score.
unfortunately, my stream is ended. It's only a 30-minute stream, but it's very appreciated that you're hosting. But unfortunately, I have to end the stream, even though it's very nice of you for the host. So thanks everyone for joining in. Tomorrow morning we're gonna do the same time again. So for all you new people, remove 30 minutes from what the time is now, is when I start streaming every day. So if you guys want to see tomorrow's, you can even suggest topics. Today's topic is from Sofa Straggler, and the topic is hairy crustacean spider baby man thing dude. And that is what I did on that topic. So do please follow so you get notified when I go live tomorrow. And we'll see what will be drawn tomorrow. All right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Good night. Good day. See you tomorrow. Here comes the outro. Psst, outro time.